I see you peeking. What's up? What's up? What's up? Stillness and blessings, love and light, health and wholeness, family. It's just a regular day outside Wolves. It's every day. It's how I connect with source, spirit, divine, whatever you know it as. You connect with nature. Nature will bear witness if you who you say you will. I don't care what you heard. If nature ain't bearing witness to you. We're gonna get off into a little message for today. They ain't even let me get out the house. I was going out there to get a fire or something going. As soon as I opened the door, they rushed. Y'all see them down there? Yeah. It's a regular day at Sabu the guardhouse. Indeed. The ancestors. Salute to all life forms in the highest, in love and light, stillness and abundance, health and wholeness. That shake, that was the sign. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Whatever that means to you. I do a lot of things different because my God is different. It ain't that my God different. It's just how I work with it energetically may appear different to some people, but it's all the same. How well do you take a look at yourself? The ancestors want me to ask us this. Matter of fact, happy 12/12, everybody. Divine masculine, divine feminine. 12/12 is the integration of both of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and full integration of the zodiac wheel within their being, in union within oneself. Everyone has a masculine aspect. Everyone has a feminine aspect. Everyone came here through a portal of the zodiac wheel. Everyone must work their way around the clock. However many solar returns it takes for you to come into your full enlightenment and awareness and full integration of universal consciousness. That's what will be required of you to do it. However many lifetimes it takes you to do that, that's what will be required of you to do it. One thing that is constant is change. And those who need to see your light, when it's time, they'll find you. Take it slow, listen carefully, and you will see the truth that you're meant to become. We use the term truth, even me myself. I use the term truth all the time. But truth is something that each and every one of us must come into contact with within ourselves, as it guides us into who we are within ourselves as we explore externally. I want to give a reminder, family, that the way you talk to yourself is the way you talk to yourselves. Somebody ain't catch it, so they telling me to say it again. The way you talk to yourself is the way you talk to yourselves. How are you feeding your organism by what you tell yourself? It's not trickery, it's wizardry. Sometimes it might just sound like that. Parables are for a reason. And when parables are spoken, it's to give the listener time to go through the experience that will make the parable easily understood when we become ripened through the experiences that we must endure. You can't trick yourself, so you might as well be honest with you. It'll save your life, mentally and literally in some cases. Mean what you say because your body reacts to you. I just said, what you tell yourself, you tell yourselves. What you allow other people to tell you, they telling yourselves. That's why I say things like, start speaking life into your own life. Don't engage in gossip. Don't worry. Don't be fearful. Things of that nature. It all leads to bad health. Bad mentality leads to bad health. And then people be wondering why they sick. And then when you used to saying things like, I'm sick, it's hard to reprogram that to say things like, I feel good for no reason at all. So I hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all. This is your host and co-pilot, Sawu the God. I'm feeling good for no reason at all, vibrating in the highest frequency of my authentic self. Doing one of the things that I do best, express myself in the frequency of love. So I hope it be received in that manner. First it's a practice, then it's a habit, until it's a lifestyle. What stresses you out the most? What stresses you out the most? I think one thing that stressed me out the most was just learning myself. Many times I may have thought it was things external of me, conditions, situations, circumstances, people. But the reality is, you always have to come to the conclusion of oneself. What part do I play? You gotta stay learning you. You got to stay learning you. I was asked previously some questions about relationships, and immediately since I've been doing these videos, when I'm asked certain things about people that I already know, and I've been doing these type of videos, dropping jewels, extending myself for my life essence through my life lessons, and I'm asked things that I'm creating content so people can apply themselves and learn something from. The worst thing that I expect from people that I know is to ask me something that I've already laid down the groundwork for and towards. And all it takes is a second. If you rock with me, you would have been rocking with everything that I've been doing. So it's evident that ain't been the case. So a lot of times I have to express myself in ways that I wouldn't normally wish to express myself. But today I do it in love. I stand firm in love instead of being erratic in my behavior and in my responses. But I was asked about relationships. So the first thing that I asked was, is it a normal relationship or is it a spiritual relationship? Because there's a lot of spiritual people in relationships with normal people. Normal meaning people that don't have no spiritual backdrop. In response, I was asked another question. Well, what happens if one woke before the other, or the other is not? And my response was, well, that's what made me say what I just said in the first place. That's what makes it so important. See, Anybody engaged in a relationship and one person is spiritual and one person is not, that can always be a very problematic bond, just because one person is spiritual and one person is not. It may be that both parties are spiritual, but one may be a Christian, one may be a Muslim. You know, one may be into the Orishas, one may be Buddhist. That don't have to be a problem, family. But what it reveals is the problem in the individuals. Somebody ain't hear me. That don't have to be a problem. Differences don't have to be a problem. But what differences reveal is the problem in the individual who carrying the energy of difference, which is the energy of separation within them. Everybody don't wake up spiritually at the same time, family. And everybody don't wake up when you do. And some people ain't choosing to wake up. But in what I've been doing in this work that I do, most times I can tell who woke up first in the relationship, male or female, don't matter, just by asking certain questions. So if you ask me, if you ask me, it would be you. Is your person choosing you? If you got to think about it, you need to reassess the whole relationship that you call yourself building in the first place. We tell people a lot of things with our words, with our actions, and through our behaviors. But most of us don't realize that as of yet. How do I know? I've been living out life a long time since it's been in my body. We must get ourselves into a place where we are ready to be accountable, responsible, and held in such manner concerning our actions. And then you'll draw this type of frequency to you. If not, you're not even ready for relating with yourself, because most people ain't ready to relate with themselves in order to be relating, with somebody else. We really toxic. We really are some toxic human beings. And if you're working it out, you know what you work through to be in a better space. But if you're toxic people can only project that out towards other people. But they don't have to. They don't have to. But hard work is hard work. But if I could do it, so can you. Feel good for no reason at all. Stay in the truest and authentic version of your higher self. I love y'all, family. Whether you believe it or not, stillness and abundance, health and wholeness, love and light. Peace.